There we go. Hello, friends. I don't know how much of that conversation you caught. I hope it's all right. I'll try. I think I'll be a little quicker at turning things off when old friends walk up. Anyway, so I'm doing Lester Flats at the International Bluegrass Festival in downtown Raleigh, in case you missed my earlier broadcasts. Having a good time. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is do some pen and ink on this, which means I'm going to draw on a horizontal plane. And I guess you guys can see it. Let me work it out so you can watch me do this. Okay? Hang on. I'm going to move you here. There we go. You're looking at it sideways. Sorry about that. I discovered these fountain pens not very many months ago at Jerry's Artorama, and I've actually over the years I have tried out a number of fountain pens and often been somewhat disappointed, even with the expensive ones. Fairly expensive, $50 ones. These are very reasonably priced, and the company, it's called Pen and Ink Sketch is the brand name, and they sell an ink that goes along with it, and that's one of the best things about the brand is the ink is very good. I'm not actually not using it at the moment. This is a mixture of stuff that's in this pen at the moment. But the ink is very waterproof, very black and very waterproof, which is not all that easy to find. That flows. If you use typical black India ink in a fountain pen, it gunks up quite quickly. It works fine, but you have to pretty much have to clean the pen completely when you're all done, which is a bother, having to clean it out after every use. So and here I am again. If you've heard me rant and rave about how to hold a pencil, I am now past the sketch stage and very definitely holding a pencil in the traditional manner, because I'm into detail stage. So there is indeed, yes, a time and a place for everything. There's a time and a place for holding a pencil side saddle. I don't know if you know this or not, but anytime you do a portrait of a person who is smiling, the shape of their teeth has a huge impact on the similitude, on the recognizability of the person, the portrait. So that just tells me that intuitively, as humans, we notice the shape of teeth, because we don't realize that's what we're noticing, of course, but it is indeed something that we notice quite a bit. So that if you're doing a portrait and they're smiling, you really do have to get the teeth the shape of the teeth. Not each individual tooth. In fact, in a sketch this loose, each individual tooth would be overkill. But you do have to get the overall shape of the teeth. And as is typical here, Lester Flatt, it has a very distinctive shape of his teeth. So I spent, some attention. By the way, again, just for what it's worth, when I'm painting live at weddings and doing watercolors, I do pen and ink with both hands too. But that's not when I'm doing portraiture. A little too precise here. Want to be accurate at this point. So. Good old Lester Flatt. He has one of those, what seems to me like a 1960s showbiz sport coat, showbiz suits on. And it's got different and Western too, a Western style, funny stitching and details on it. I don't know if they're still wearing stuff like that. I wouldn't know. I don't follow Western or country stuff that much, but to me it feels very, very 60-ish. A light suit with dark stitching. It's kind of fun. And forgive me, I know you've heard this before, but all of these lines that I'm doing must be interesting marks. They must be pleasant marks. Almost more important than their accuracy is that they be pleasant. I'm ready for lunch already. Okay, I think I'm done with that. Yahoo! Next step, I can actually start painting. And I don't know if I want to paint. Yeah, I think I want to paint horizontal. Okay. Let's just I'm going to do a little bit of spattering to start with. So you see the way, of course, the colored pencil comes to life, actually becomes much more intense when you brush water on it. And if I didn't want that to happen, I wouldn't be using using watercolor pencils. That makes sense? So you got to like it. And mostly, I'm just going to let that dry now, so I can then come back and do some details. Let me show you again my